Okay, so at the end of the episode, we're going to talk about something that's going on in culture. It may be something that's new or old at the time of this recording, but we're going to talk about it anyway, okay? So today we're going to talk about how Bronny James is choosing self-awareness and defense over hype to earn his place in the NBA. So for all of you who may not know who Bronny James is, maybe you watched the full episode. You probably know who he is if you just clicked on this individual clip that I'm going to post about this. But Bronny James is LeBron James' son, and he plays in the NBA. It's real cool. It's a real great moment, right? So, you know, we all know you don't get playing time in the league based off your last name. Now, I don't think LeBron or Bronny felt like that. Like, because I'm in the James family, I'm going to get playing time. I don't think that. But Bronny James is just basically now having self-awareness. He's just knowing now you earn the playing time by knowing who you are and playing like it. So basically, Bronny was saying he's not pretending to be like a 20, 30, 40 point scorer. He's owning his lane as a defender. And what does that look like for Bronny James? Instead of forcing shots or chasing highlight moments, he's diving into defensive rotations, guarding full court, and staying coachable. Now, I do want to say his attitude, his humbleness, and staying coachable, that's a testament to how he was raised. Shout out to his parents for instilling those characteristics within him. But shout out to Bronny James for continuing to evolve from that too, right? Okay, so the thing about that, and the reason that's good, because if he tries to be something that he's not long term, he'll get exposed fast. I know people put a lot of pressure on him and stuff like that, but I'm talking about, you know, if he was trying to go out there and really drop 50 and that really wasn't his lane right now, long term, it'd be like, man, you know what I mean? So it's good he has that self-awareness right now. So, you know, the NBA doesn't wait for you to figure it out. Okay, the NBA doesn't wait for you to figure it out. It's a business. But shout out to Bronny. So basically, Bronny, his rookie year, he played limited minutes for the Lakers. He spent most of his rookie year grinding in the G League with South Bay. I believe that's the name, South Bay. But he didn't pout. You know, he didn't pout. He got better with his defense, his effort, his court vision. And that's what the Lakers staff wants. That's what other team staff want, coaches and all that good stuff, right? And that actually gives actual value, not just flashy stats. Everything's just not about flashy stats. And this is the thing, especially if you're a hooper and you're watching this, right? Man, people feed their family off playing defense or grabbing rebounds. Let's say we're not even talking about Bronny right this specific second. Say you got hoop dreams, you're trying to play at college, you're trying to play on your high school team, overseas, whatever the case may be. Play your role. You may hit that corner three. Done got some dudes pay millions, grabbing them rebounds, that defense, a whole bunch of stuff, being the scorer, be in the mid-range, so whatever. Everybody's not going to be Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, right? Okay, so Bronny is going in with the mindset, I feel like, based off what he's been saying recently. He's going off the mindset that, you know, he's realizing, and he probably already knew, but he's clarifying how the league doesn't reward ego, they reward clarity. And what I mean by that is basically what we just talked about, knowing your role, all that good stuff, right? And you got to think about it, like players like Derek White, Alex Caruso, they built long careers by locking in on defense first and then offense followed, right? So let's look at it in our lives, right? We talk about life, mental health, and culture on this channel. So, you know, we always got to flip it that way. How much more could we grow if we stopped chasing the shine and focused on what actually got us minutes? You know, you see that metaphor, right? So just play our role, stay in our lane. And then things evolve, man. We don't know. That's why in sports, you don't know. There's a lot of stuff on paper, but you don't know how Bronny going to be in the future. He may be one of the best players in the league. You don't know in the future. You never know. You look at, let's look at another sport like Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady got picked late and look how his career went. There's a lot of people out there in sports. That's the great thing about sports. That's why it keeps going on and on for all these years. You don't know what's going to happen. That's one of the big things. The NCAA tournament is like the biggest time of the year we see that, right? Excuse me. That's the biggest time of the year we see that, right? The team that you didn't think, Backyard University, they done went to the Final Four. So you never know what's going to happen in sports. It's really all about, with anything in life, I feel like, me personally, it's about the work you put in, the mindset you have. And Bronny has a good mindset. And it is a lot of pressure on him. I know people are real tough on him, but it's a lot of pressure, I'm pretty sure, already. And then, people probably play a little bit harder. It's like a championship team, right? Say you win the championship in 2025. In 2026, all the teams are going to want to play you a little bit tougher because you won the championship. So with him being LeBron James' son, people probably are definitely more critical of him. Probably play a little bit more harder defense on him, all that good stuff. It's more on his back. So we also got to take that into consideration. And if we were in his shoes, how would we be? But Bronny's good at basketball. He just has to adjust to the NBA a little bit better, in my opinion. Shout out to Bronny. Definitely way better than me in basketball. But, he hoops pretty good in the G League. He was good in high school. He had a little bit of time in college. I know some things that happened with that. But, look, you never know. Right? He may end up being better than LeBron James. He's probably like, no, he won't. You don't know that. How old is he? You don't know that. You don't know. We don't know. Or he might just be average, or he might just stay where he at, or whatever. But as long as he fine, his mental health good, he fulfilling, that's all that matter. He good anyway. He in the James family, they all right. He'll be all right as long as he doing something he love, right? But all right, anyway, that's the culture part of this episode. Let's go ahead and move to the next thing. Let's get it. Okay, everybody, just remember that whatever you're going through, your feelings, the moment you're in, these hard times that you may be going through, or whatever the case may be, it's not the end of your story. It's the signal to anchor deeper. Now, preferably, I would say anchor deeper in God, anchor deeper in your mental health. They have a lot of tools out here, therapy. There's a lot of ways you can get virtual therapy, all types of different things too. So anchor yourself in the things that will benefit you in the long run. Okay, just don't bury yourself in vices, or just understand how maybe the things you've gone through, how they can affect the way you see the world, interact with the world, interact with yourself, see yourself, things of that sort too. All right, so this is Hiram Talks. I talk about life, mental health, and culture. Understand that the wisest man in the room knows nothing at all, so we must keep learning, and that's what I try to do my best with. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Peace.